I'm fine.
This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined for the first time in a long time by my good friend, Mr. Michael Mckinson. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you, Oscar?
I'm good, mate. Like I said, after a while, it's good to see you face to face, and I guess have our catch up on IFL TV. Fight week. It's the Thursday of fight week. Preparing for a Sunday fight. Things a little bit different to normal.
You know yourself. I've had worse fight weeks. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here. Like the last few Bournemouth cards box have put on, I've been on. An hour down the road, as you well know, I've had to travel over the last few years to have my big fights. But yeah, it's such a good feeling. An hour down the road from where I'm from, such amazing events like this that they're putting on. So yeah, it's good.
So you box at the Vitality. Bournemouth bring the support, don't they? They bring the noise. Chris is a very well supported fighter, and for a world title fight, mate, that arena from start to finish is going to be popping on Sunday.
Yeah, he's a very popular guy, and the people of Bournemouth really come out to support him. So the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. At the BIC last year, I fought last December there, and it was a great setup there, great atmosphere, and I'm expecting the same this weekend.
How do you assess the time period if we take from the BIC last time you fought there? Obviously you haven't fought yet, but how do you kind of assess that year? I guess period of rebuilding following the loss to Virgil.
2 knockout wins.
Yeah. Is this a new Michael Mckinson that we've seen in the wake of the defeat?
I've said in interviews in the past, this is Mckinson 2.0.
You've always said, even previous when the knockouts weren't coming and you were outclassing people, you've always said, look, there is power behind my fist. Don't just take me for anything else.
Yeah, I'll blame my tough opposition. Like on my way up to the Ortiz fight, I don't feel like I stayed at the same level. I was fighting better guys each time, tougher guys each time, and really testing myself. Since Ortiz, I've had to drop back a level, or like a few levels, and no fault of my own, but I feel like I belong at the world stage. So when you do drop Michael Mckinson down a few levels, you will get knockouts.
So we're going to get a knockout on Sunday then?
I don't overlook my opponent. He is an undefeated, high knockout ratio opponent. He's going to be very proud. I guess he was a good amateur. He boxed in the Commonwealth Games, and he's looked good on the few clips on YouTube, but he's not fought out of Ghana and things like that. So this is a huge banana skin for me because I've been linked to fighting some big names and stuff like that. So it is a huge banana skin. This is a must win for me, and must win in style.
Yeah, mate, can't wait to see you doing your thing on Sunday. I said to you I want to play a little game, so I think no better time than now. If I just throw you a name, can we just talk about that name for the corresponding minute or 90 seconds and just kind of where they're at, and perhaps in relation to you, because like you said, you want the big fights, we want to see you in the big fights. I'm going to begin with Harry Scarf.
Yeah, I had Harry Scarf down in the Congo camp for sparring. I actually won money on him last week. Yeah, I really did back him.
Is that because you've seen him up close and you knew what he was about?
I've sparred him, but I think styles make fights, and Esserman's style was made for Harry Scarf. So I was rooting for him, I backed him, and I'm happy he got the win.
And I guess that's a belt, or the belts that he's now got, the British and Commonwealth, they're belts that you'd be very interested in getting. I know you want to get back to world level, but you can't turn your nose up at belts like them.
Of course not. I think the domestic scene in the UK, at welterweight, it's great. There's loads of good fights to be made. Since my last fight, for whatever reason, I've lost a few places in the rankings. I don't know what's going on with BoxRec, but yeah, my name's there, and like everyone knows, I've never turned down a name. I called out Ortiz. I went to Texas and fought Ortiz. So 2 years before, I called him out. So yeah, whoever's paying the most, let's go.
Another name after a good win last weekend, Lewis Crocker.
Yeah, I've sparred him in the past as well, many years ago.
You were both MTK boys back in the day.
Yeah, I sparred him back in 2019, I think. Good prospect. I wouldn't say he's a prospect now. He got a good win last week. That's another name which is a great fight down the line, 100%.
And what about Conor Benn?
What about Conor Benn?
Is it a tough name to kind of talk too much about at the moment? Because we know he's got a beeline for Chris Eubank, but I guess anything surrounding Conor Benn just kind of is the biggest noise around welterweight.
Yeah. Whenever I've met Conor, he's obviously a real nice guy. In front of the camera, what I found with Conor is whenever I'm like up close to him, he's really nice to me. Put a camera on and mention Mckinson, and he's a complete opposite. It really is. But you know what? I called Conor out for a long time, and it was never going to happen, really, was it? Like to the point now, I can't even listen to Ready or Not. Genuinely, I can't even listen to the song because it just reminds me of him, and I've got to turn it over. Like especially the last 18 months, whatever he's been going through and things like that. Conor Benn's irrelevant to me.
I guess there's some more names on the world stage. When you look at kind of the way you want to get to the top, do you have a planned route in your head? Because like you got to fight Virgil Ortiz before and you never fought for the British title. So do you kind of have a planned route in the top of your head? Because you managed to get there before by fighting tough European guys, picking yourself up a world ranking. Do you kind of have like a preferred route of how we get to that stage again?
I've never had a planned route. I've always had to take tough tests. I've had to take the hard route to what I've done in boxing, really. So that's why after my last fight, it was no secret who I wanted to fight next. Obviously, it didn't happen, but that's a fight that could still happen in the future, Avanesian. I know I have to take tough tests to be... I'm always fighting for people's love in the boxing world, like love and respect, and I don't feel like I do get a lot of respect, really, for whatever reason. So I'll keep proving people wrong, and I'll get through my test this weekend. I'm not overlooking him because, like I said before, this is must win. But I will keep proving people wrong, and I'll keep earning people's respect.
I'm fine.